your ultimacy. If you put on the table as an alternative to Christian God that is not your own, you're appealing to a foundation that in your view is categorically false. So that is a fallacy.
I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist. I don't actually have a position.
Hold on a second. Did you understand what I just said?
Yes, but I'm an atheist.
Okay,
I don't have a position.
Can you
You're the one who's claiming
me,
certain knowledge.
Can you repeat back to me? Listen, dude, having the gift for gab makes you look silly here. Now, can you repeat back to me? Can you repeat back to me? And you're free to paraphrase. Can you repeat back to me how I described what you said as a fallacy?
Because I'm not arguing from my position. I'm arguing from a position that I don't hold. Is that what you're trying to get at? Is that
that is not a correct representation of what I would
like
said.
To politely interject
now,
here quickly.
Can you repeat back to me? Explain to me, even in your terms, as long as they accurately reflect my identifying the fallacy. Can you please explain to me what the fallacy was, even if you don't accept it?
I'm not 100% sure because you mentioned.
Okay, well, yeah, because you don't listen. You sit there and you go, want. You're like the new character coming up in Toy Story 4, Gabby.
You
know. Now,
yeah, I'd also like to interject quickly and play dangerous advocate.
Now listen.
Did say he was a naturalistic pantheist.
Now, yeah, he did say that. Now,
he said that before you were in here. A few days ago, he said that to me.
Yeah, which shows I'm dealing with a dishonest interlocutor. Now, the fallacy that you committed. Listen, the fallacy that you just committed. Okay, is that you put on the table as an alternative to the Christian God and his self-disclosure, a worldview and its ultimacy that you categorically reject is false. That's a foul. That's called the fallacy. Listen to me. That's called the fallacy of. Will you let me? You see, if you wouldn't be such a gabby, maybe you would learn something.
Well, you're incorrect. You're incorrect. I don't think naturalistic pantheism is necessarily
all you
false.
can offer, gabby, all you can offer, all right, is as an alternative to the self-disclosure of the Christian God is your framework and your ultimacy and your worldview. To offer another worldview as an alternative is a logical contradiction. Do you understand the fallacy?
I haven't said that naturalistic pantheism is false. I'm an atheist.
Sir,
I don't have
you put on the table an alternative model of reality. Do you understand now, after I explained it, why that's a fallacy?
Well, because atheism is the rejection of God, and God comes with intentional
That's not an answer to my question.
Pantheism
That's not an answer.
the will.
That's not an answer to my question. Do you understand? Do you understand that offering an alternative model of reality and its absolute, other than your own, is a fallacy? Do you understand that?
Is it really a fallacy? Is it actually a fallacy?
Yes, it is.
When the goal is to challenge your certainty,
so you don't understand.
You're the one making claims to certainty. The goal of this discussion is to evaluate your claims to certainty.
I said nothing about
whether or not I hold the position that I'm arguing for doesn't have any effect.
Listen, I have said nothing about psychological confidence or certainty. Now, do you understand that putting on the table an alternative model of reality and its absolute that is not your own is a logical contradiction? Do you understand that?
I disagree.
Okay, now then you truly okay. Then I'm going to have to explain it to you. Then I'm going to have to explain it to you. It's really not that difficult. It's really not difficult. Okay, Gabby, tell me when you're done, and then Gabby, tell me when you're done, and then I will explain it to you since you don't understand.
There's no need, because I disagree. I understand what you're saying. And I just disagree that it applies here, because I'm attempting to address why it is you feel you have some level of certainty when it comes to your presuppositions and assumptions for truth. And to evaluate that, it matters not what my position actually is. I can propose 4 or 5 different alternative positions to yours. It matters not what my actual position is in relation to the arguments presented and the answers that you give in defense of your position. That's ultimately the goal of this discussion. So the fallacy that you're trying to attribute to me is not applicable, because it matters not what my actual position is when it comes to evaluating how these proposed alternatives and how it is that you manage to differentiate between them justifiably. That's the conclusion that we're trying to arrive at. How is it that you manage to base some level of probability on some kind of metaphysical claim, such as the existence of God compared to naturalistic pantheism? Given the fact that we have no access to metaphysical evidence, we have only that which we experience with our senses and that which we can conceive of with our minds. Neither of which gives us any evidence of whether or not these concepts have any relation to actual metaphysical truths. You would have to support some kind of metaphysical claim with some kind of metaphysical
I'm falling
evidence.
asleep.
Well, that's
same.
honest. Well, if you don't want to discuss, I can.
Dude, you're just.
Sounds like you
I'm
need
happy
some
discussing
coffee
that
or a
with you.
nap.
Yeah, Gabby, the problem with you is you have an inability to focus on your interlocutor's rebuttal. Okay, listen, Gabby, you've been speaking for the last 2 minutes, Gabby. It's my turn to speak now. Okay, well, listen, I'll let you, hey, Gabby, I'll let you continue to speak and make a fool of yourself. And when you get done, I'll show you how foolish you are. Go ahead, Gabby.
Go on. How do you justify your beliefs then? Let's see.
Okay, now we're going to get back to the question at hand. You believe that.
Oh, no. You're not going to try and justify your beliefs.
Listen, Gabby, it's my turn to speak now.
You can tell him that he needs to answer your questions.
Now,
and you don't
let's
answer
say
his
I
questions.
hold
That's
to
dishonest.
worldview A. Okay, I'll start all over again since we don't have mods stopping the disruption. Now,
dude, you're the one disrupting.
I have lantern down. Okay, Gabby, tell me when you're done.
Nobody cares about your new fucking nickname for anyone. Keep being dishonest.
Are you done interrupting,
Nobody's going to listen to you. Do you actually want to preach, or do you want to have a discussion?
All right, hold on, I got to turn this guy down even further. Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can just easily get him away by talking over him.
So Gabby, are you done with your rhetoric that isn't even specific to what I'm talking about? Are you done?
I think it's about time that you give some justification.
Are you done, Gabby? Are you done? Are you done?
I'm done. I'm just getting started.
Okay, good. Now, is it my turn to speak, Gabby?
Are you going to answer any of my questions?
Gabby, I'll be glad to answer your questions, but we're going to stick to the point. We're not going to do hand waving here. Now, Gabby,
don't let him
are you afraid?